When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their win. As we'll see, Ducks taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hawkeyes will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try the right side. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. They'll try the left side. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. At the 40, there he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Ducks are flying down the field. Running behind that left side. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Give to the running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to run for it. And the Ducks get enough for the first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense has the ball for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, it's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Trying play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He'll try the left side. Still running at the 40. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. At the 45, on his way. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Got the quick completion. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He makes the catch. Racing down the left side. Pass the 10. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 7 over Southern Miss. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Spins away from the defender. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Coming after it. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense. Beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Understanding its zone coverage, so instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Brown will throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Hold it.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. They'll try to get outside. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down.
Going downfield for the big play. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with. running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
To the air on first down. Shakes off the defender. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They go right back to it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Hawkeyes are on the move. Off play action on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it. Running with power. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Ducks want to move quickly.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And this defense has taken up residence in the backfield, and the crowd loves it. 3rd and long. Runs through the tackle. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Let's it fly. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running it to the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. Going for the big play. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ducks! And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
35, Iowa, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He wants to throw here on second down. Gets away from one. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a move. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Buying some time. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in the lead.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Second down.
The give to the left side. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Ducks have their offense in high gear.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Snapped it in the shotgun. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it going the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And the defense doing work.
And I love the way they bring on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Going with the ground game left. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it downfield. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Oregon 56, Iowa 14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to it. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. At midfield, he's got room. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
It's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to test the right side with this one. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute scoring, I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the dub.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Oh, the quick spin move. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Running to the left. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll try to blast their way in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. What? Offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it out. It's Thorne. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Looking down the middle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Ducks are in the hurry up. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coach...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this. Better to improve. This was a bad day.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward... He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Going up top on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. He finds his man. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jeez.
And down he goes back at the 3.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence.
They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Line gets set, 1st down. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Just feeds the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 25. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on